In this video, we're going to cover the coil pack replacement on your GM 3800 series. This also applies to the Series 2 or any other GM 3.8 product that has these individual coils. This particular car had a misfire for cylinder 4. As you can see, I've marked the plug wire. It's this coil right here. We're going to go through and change this out. So the first thing you're going to do, you're going to go to your local parts store, your favorite outlet, and pick up an ignition coil. Okay. Now these get real small bolts, and you're wondering what size are these. These are a 5.5 millimeter, but alternatively, if you don't have a 5.5, you can use a 7/32. But we'll start off first by removing the plug wires, and since I've already marked one of them for the bad cylinder, I'm just going to go ahead and just pull them off. And then we're going to just start by removing the 2 retaining screws. Now these screws are really small, so make sure you don't drop them, because they could get stuck on top of the subframe down there at the bottom. But these are literally super easy to change. And if you get a misfire code, you know it's not a spark plug or a plug wire, which this car's recently had them replaced. It's more like your ignition coil. Just a little fella like this. They're relatively cheap. So what I like to do, there's a little seal down here, a little rubber seal. And your new coil will come with one of these. It's always a good idea just to go ahead and replace it, because if you get water and stuff in there, it will corrode and give you misfires again. Here's our new seal. We're just going to go ahead and open that up. Get this little guy, just put that on there. You want to be careful not to bend these little terminals right here on your ignition module. If you're replacing an ignition module on one of these, you're going to remove all the coil packs, and the ignition module is down here on the bottom. It also has a little 7 millimeter bolt that holds the wiring plug in. Once again, super easy to change. So here's our new ignition coil. This one actually has brass contacts on it, which is kind of unusual seeing a very inexpensive part. So you basically just line your 2 little prongs up here off your ignition module, push the coil down. You're just going to put your 2 bolts back in here. And when you tighten these down, you don't want to get super crazy with them. You just kind of want to make sure they're secure, but you just want to kind of just snug them down. Now right here the bolt stopped. I'm just going to go another like 1/16 of a turn. You just make sure it's secured right there. The plug wire I'd marked was up here on the top post. We're going to put it back on. This one on the bottom. And it's literally that easy. Now you can go get you a cheap DTC reader, clear your codes. Most time when you fix a misfire, your check engine light will go off anyway. But I'll pop back and I'll give you an update. And as you can see here, we're running good and smooth. So let's go over and check our DTCs and see if we have anything there. Let's get this set up here. We're going to read DTCs. We don't have anything. Looks like we're good to go. And we have a successful repair for about less than $40. So don't be afraid to do it yourself.